The third game is live in the losers match, boys. We are at the Esports Ventures Cup, so welcome also to all the ladies out there. And starting to the bottom right, we have BabyKnight on Heavy Rain in red, going up against Grandpa Toss. Starting to the top left, it's WhiteRa. And WhiteRa winning game number 1 with a sneaky DT build, Stargate into TT. Didn't work in on the second map. BabyKnight taking it. And that leads us into this third game. So game number 3 is going to decide who will advance to face Hero Marine in the constellation match of the group. And then we'll find out who exactly has an idea, who exactly has another chance to advance together with Dimaga to the round of 8 tomorrow. This is of course the group stage of the Esports Venture Cup. So it's actually a pretty sick tournament. The invites that we have are kind of the who's who of the European scene. And well, I'm excited to see what kind of builds we see from these two players. This is a little bit of a smaller map that we have once again, and I would expect aggression, but let's see. Are we going to see Twilight Council right from the start? Are we going to see maybe a Blink build, a bit heavier commitment? We're going to be Stargate once again. Not quite sure if that's going to be the case. I think probably Dimaga. Why am I always saying Dimaga? I have no idea actually. Because he's already out of the group and played, we casted a few of his matches. I was thinking about BabyKnight probably going to be the one who's trying to be a little bit more aggressive. That was kind of the style that he approached in game number 2 when he realized that he couldn't really do a whole lot about the expansion of WhiteRa and then fell back a little bit. And also I think that at this point he feels that he can really take this series. But we have WhiteRa already out with one probe, and that probe looks like it wants to drop maybe a proxy Stargate for a proxy Oracle. I could definitely see that. And there's that pylon already, and funny as it is, that's the same map where he tried to use that against Hero Marine. And Hero Marine, he scouted that, so he had a pretty good idea what was going on and could defend against it. BabyKnight so far doesn't scout it. He's scouting the main base, so he should at some point realize that something's lacking. But if he doesn't scout that Stargate and that Oracle gets into BabyKnight's base, that can put an end to BabyKnight in this tournament right away. That's super scary. Like an Oracle out of control in your mineral line without anything to throw it back or throw it away takes down like 10 harvesters, and in a PvP that's kind of game. If that happens in a Protoss versus Protoss, it's usually GG. But, well, we're gonna find out. We have BabyKnight with the Twilight Council. Not a whole lot in the main base just yet. Depends on how many Stalkers he's going to get here right off the bat and where he's going to position them. So, looking at the bottom left, we have the Stargate nearly completed. And the first thing that you're going to see there is an Oracle and a Chrono Boost. Chrono Boost energy is saved up. We have like 2 Chrono Boosts available in general. Oh, he puts them actually on the Cybernetics Sword. Interesting. Oh, okay, so there we go. 1 Chrono Boost already used on the Stargate. I was very surprised to not see that. But yeah, you have 1 Chrono Boost being used here. Makes a lot more sense. And at the same time, is he going to expect an Oracle? I'm not quite sure. I do not think so. He's still scouting. He's still trying to find out if there's something in his main base. But the Stalkers are a little bit out of position. And that Oracle is now coming in. And that's going to get at least 6-7 kills. I don't really think that, yeah, that is going to be brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, oh god, he doesn't see it. 5, 6, and 4 so far, only 4. Actually, I think he would get more. I thought he would sacrifice the Oracle and just take that. Okay, so 4 kills so far, not the most. Dimaga was poking at the front a little bit and trying to distract with that Mothership core, baiting his opponent into moving away with them. Now he's moving in with the Oracle again, but that Photon Overcharge is still active. He needs to wait that out if he wants to go in with that Oracle surviving. But going into the main base, what is Dimaga's follow? Dimaga? Why am I always saying Dimaga? They are both Ukrainian, I know that, but still, like, that doesn't make any sense. What is WhiteRa doing right now? WhiteRa is going into a robotics instead. The Oracle is still there and just waiting. But BabyKnight is not really all that far behind in the harvest account. He's actually looking at 24 versus 25. And here comes the Oracle, once again with 1, 2, 3 kills, maybe a 4th, no, not quite. So that's 7 in total, 7 harvesters killed against 1. That was the scouting prop that we saw earlier, that BabyKnight took down. But he has Blink now, BabyKnight has Blink, and can he make that Blink work and put pressure onto WhiteRa? I actually I'm not quite sure. I don't think so, because we have the first Immortal nearly there, and with the Immortals, WhiteRa should be safe. That's 2 Stalkers. What are you going to do with 2 Stalkers? You're not going to do jack shit. There's nothing going to happen there. And even with another round of Warp-ins, that's just not going to work. That Oracle, on the other hand, going into that mineral line could maybe do a bit of damage. There are Stalkers already, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's getting 5. Nope. He retargets. Yeah, he's got a 5th one. So that's 12 killed. 13 killed, actually. 13 Harvesters killed, and that's starting to take its toll. 20 Harvesters against 26. I mean, WhiteRa is not going to be too unhappy about that. And he's already moving out. He has a couple of Immortals there. And with good Blink Micro, BabyKnight can save a couple of his units, but it's not going to save that pylon. Another Immortal hit is coming in. And WhiteRa is looking at a pretty decent position there. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty good for him. I mean, he's getting more Immortals in there. He can always get another, like, Oracle and just try to get that into the base. Actually, it would be pretty great for him to do that, because he could kill at least another 5, 6, and there it is. Keeps another Oracle. Here comes the Blink into the main base, trying to equalize that score in Harvesters a little bit. And, well, job well done so far. Kills 4, 1 Stalker goes down, and that's not so well done anymore. Another Oracle about to be attacked. Where's that army? He positions the units on the low ground, warps in units onto the high ground. The Harvester count is 25 against 18. Where's that additional Oracle? Do we already have that here? No, not just yet. But BabyKnight is at 37 overall supply, and guess what? Blinking down, not a good idea against those units. Where is that Oracle? Moving in right now. And uh-oh, if BabyKnight doesn't have anything at home, that photon overcharge alone takes a long time to make that work. But the Harvester count is very, very low right now for WhiteRa. His army size, on the other hand, is pretty epic. 29 against 15. Oracle is trying to have a look at a potential natural, sees that, and is not going to move in, because the natural is not here just yet. So he's just waiting for the army to move in. And if he does that, he might be just able to sneak in here with a Mothership Corp completely out of position. He's positioning the Oracle over there just now, and here comes WhiteRa. He knows he needs to do some damage right now, and he's on the move, killing 1 Stalker already. That Blink upgrade is just so valuable to BabyKnight, but if he blinks at the wrong time, then he's in cooldown and he can't utilize it, and that's what we saw there. 3 units, 3 Immortals. Oh my god, the force fields are going to help him a little bit. But here comes that Oracle in the main base, and I don't think he realizes it. No photon overcharge, and this is gonna be game, I feel. This is so much damage done. He should sacrifice it and kill another one. 6 kills already. Cancel on the Nexus. Harvester count 22 to 23. The better army here for WhiteRa. This is going to be a tough, tough game for BabyKnight, because WhiteRa is going to take his base right now, and he can just sit there and do, yeah, pretty much whatever he wants. He can go for a bit of a contain, trying to one-shot bitch up those Stalkers around a little bit. Not really going to work just yet, but WhiteRa is now starting with his own expansion back at home. The Blink Stalkers can be a little bit annoying. Can WhiteRa... Well, he's going to Void Raid right now. With the Void Rays, he can do quite a lot. It's actually not over yet. Like, BabyKnight can still do a lot here. He's very mobile with his army, and there's only 1 Immortal. The rest of the army of WhiteRa is trying to move back, and that's a lot of probes that goes down. Nice Blink Micro there by BabyKnight, and BabyKnight is starting to really do a number here on the amount of Harvesters that we have for WhiteRa. WhiteRa is dropping in economy quite a bit. He's at 16 Harvesters right now. 16 Harvesters. That's like nothing. That base can help him, of course, to replenish the Harvester count, but it's all about defense here at the bottom. And with this many sentries, I mean, WhiteRa, how are you ever expecting to get up into that base? Stalker, sorry, the Observer's going down for both of them. The shots were already fired. And, yeah, he's trying to do that damage, but against the Immortal, even with Blink Micro, I do not think that's going to happen. Supply in general is better for Baby. This is such an intense game. Resources lost is about the same here. And, well, there's additional warp-ins. The Blink Stalkers are just so mobile. But it's a little bit scary that we have this many Void Rays, because the Void Rays alone do a lot of damage if they get out of control. And that's something that's going to happen pretty soon. There's just no chance for BabyKnight to get an expansion. That's a big problem. So as soon as these bases are being safe against the Blink Stalkers and saturated, there's like nothing that he can do. And here we go. He's still trying to contain him. No, well, where's the Mothership Core actually? Do we have a Mothership Core for WhiteRa? And we do not. Here we have the units at the bottom. Now suddenly BabyKnight is trying to fight. I'm not quite sure if he can. Well, this is not Obama. This is not Obama Town where yes we can is something that is said every day. BabyKnight is able to fight, and he is going for it. WhiteRa can't fight, and that was the weirdest analogy that I ever made, and I profusely apologize for it. I can only blame it on it being 3 AM in Korea already. That joke didn't work at all. I should think about this a little bit more before I open my mouth. But on the other hand, I never did that, so why should I start now? And the Stalkers are chasing down the Immortals, and well, the Immortals could turn around and they kill the occasional Stalker if they could get hit off. Nice blink there. 1 hit point? Yeah, 1 hit point. 1 Immortal goes down, but BabyKnight gets his own expansion. At least he wants to, but that expansion is already going strong, and WhiteRa was able to replenish his harvester count a bit. He's already at a same amount of harvesters, and he will get a significant lead here. Especially since now that WhiteRa is starting to do some damage. 4 kills already. Finally moving back, but could from a safe distance even start to harass one of those pylons. So still pressure being executed by both of them. It's a pretty cool game actually, like Immortal, Blink Stalkers here, normal Stalkers there, and an Oracle moving in, couple of Void Rays. The attempt to catch up by BabyKnight, which is most likely gonna fail because WhiteRa is already so ahead in economy. I mean, look at the income that he has. He has quite the lead there, and it's just gonna get better for him since he's using the chrono boosts now to get even more harvesters in the game. That's already a slight lead for him. With the saturation on 2 mineral lines, this is a pretty significant advantage. The mobility is the one thing that BabyKnight can really work with. Mobility is good. Oh, and he's using it to snipe another Immortal. Immortals out of... Oh ho! Force fields! Look at that! Suddenly it's time for BabyKnight to shine. Oh my god! That could be game. These force fields, they were beautiful for BabyKnight. Immortals isolated and taken out. Both of them dropping, but BabyKnight with a massive, massive army supply lead. And suddenly it is time for the Danish player to take it. Mothership Core goes down. No photon overcharge. Pylons are being attacked here. And this is just suddenly BabyKnight taking it, blinking in. Well played by WhiteRa. A back and forth game with one comeback after another. But BabyKnight, he advances to the consolation match here in Group B at the Esports Venture Cup. And we're going to see him going up against Hero Marine now.